Good morning, everyone. It's Thursday, February the 2nd, and that means it's Groundhog Day. That's right, it's the day every year we look to Wyerton Willie here in Ontario to find out what our spring is going to be like. And apparently, he has forecasted that we are going to have an early spring, which after the week that we are having this week with the minus 15 to minus 20 temperatures, I'm sure all of us are very, very grateful for that. Anyway, not sure how much you can really count on any of that or what their percentage of correctness actually is, but it's a fun little journey to go on anyway. Well, today we begin our look into 1 Corinthians chapter 13, the love chapter. And as I said yesterday, it actually has less to do with the whole aspect of marital love than it has to do with loving the people that God has gifted us, spiritually speaking, to be able to serve. So today I'd like to start off with chapter 13, verse 1, and it says this in the Living Translation. If I could speak with all the languages of the earth and of angels, but didn't love others, I would only be a noisy gong or a clanging cymbal. Part of what Paul is starting off here, he's starting off with a suggestion saying that if I was completely eloquent and could make myself understood by anybody and everybody that I meet along the way. In fact, my speech would be so incredibly beautiful, it would be like the angels themselves were declaring the glory of God. But I didn't love the people I'm talking with. It really comes across as being flat. Yeah, he knows a lot of stuff, but he's rude, he's arrogant, he's full of himself, all that sort of stuff tends to push people away and not draw them in. Part of what he's saying here is our abilities don't matter nearly as much as our attitude. Our abilities don't matter nearly as much as our emotional connection with those people that we are talking to, that we are dealing with, that we are attempting to encourage or help in whichever way. I think it's a great reminder for each of us, not only today but at any time, not only in the month of love, February, but at any of the months throughout the year, that when we are talking with people, can we first see them as people that we love? Now that's easy to do when they are wonderful people and you love to engage with them. But what about those people who are challenging to love? Those people who we vehemently disagree with? How can we let our conversation be sprinkled, dampened, immersed in love? Maybe immersed is a better word. Immersed in love so that in spite of the fact that we find them difficult people to be around, that they understand that our conversation with them comes from a heart of wanting to love them for who they are, even if we don't agree. I hope that in our conversations with people, we more often default to loving them than pushing them away. As somebody has said, honey catches more flies than vinegar. And in the same way, love helps to draw people to ourselves, even when we disagree, and helps those conversations, those challenging conversations that sometimes we need to have. It helps them to become more listenable. It helps people to be more able to listen to what we have to say when they understand it's coming out of a heart of love. So be people who love, be people who share with others out of the bounty of what God has given you. And no matter how wise you are, no matter how educated you are, the most important thing is that we love others. God bless you, church. Praying for you today.